Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Well, for some, school starts soon. Others, maybe not for a few more weeks. But kids who play sports are already practicing, which makes the lazy days of summer suddenly feel a little bit more hectic for families. It's like August is the Olympics for many of us. Many sports are kicking into high gear. Plus, there's the competition to get the school supplies, the backpacks, the lunch boxes, and accomplishing all that deserves, I think, a gold medal.
Yeah, you got to hurdle some things in the way, right? Counselor Christine Finerty is here to help us navigate through this crazy month and take some of the anxiety out of the back-to-school ramp-up. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I love being here.
You.
Absolutely.
You have 3 kids.
I have 3 kids.
So you get this.
I totally get it, and I love the Olympics introduction because doesn't it always feel like that as a parent when you're doing everything, and especially this time in the summer, everything is starting. Sports are starting, tryouts are happening, and back-to-school supplies and everything, and it feels like you've entered every single event and you're doing it at the same time.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Overwhelming.
So overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. There are ways to balance it. There are ways to get through it. And I've brought 3 tips today so we can talk about those.
Yeah, you say it's really about keeping your balance, and to do that, you follow the 3 Ps.
Yeah, the 3 Ps: prioritize, perspective, and patience.
Yes.
So prioritize is nothing new. We've been talking about this issue of feeling burned out and feeling as a parent that we're doing all things at all time and trying to be everything to all people. And it's almost like we're on that hamster wheel.
Yeah.
And things get thrown at us, and the faster we go, the more we're just not even paying attention to what's coming at us. So we just sort of say, yes, I'm just trying to do what I can to stay above water and to just keep going. And when we have time to kind of take a break and look at things, we look at all of a sudden, like 18 pies. Why did I say I was going to bake 18 pies by tomorrow morning?
Right.
Who does that?
It's like that thing where they say, ask the busiest person you know, because they're the ones who can get it done and will do it.
Yes.
And you have to like look at yourself in that moment and say, no, I can't do this right now.
And that's what doing this that's what prioritizing is all about. It's literally put pen to paper, prioritize the list. So then you have committed it mentally, and you've seen it. You've seen what it looks like, and you are going to be able to say when that 18 pies comes at you, I can't take that right now.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Well, and I would add, along with prioritizing, another P to that list, and it's pass things off. Because I think a lot of times as parents, we're doing way too much for our kids. And my mom's always the one who reminds me that ask your kids to do more of it.
Right, delegate.
There isn't any reason why kids can't be doing a lot of those things themselves. And I think we want to raise resilient kids, but we're often doing too much.
Yes.
And so our kids aren't, accepting the responsibility we want them to accept.
Yep. And one of those things that you can do is give each of the kids the school list and go to the store, provided they're old enough to be able to navigate the store and you feel safe with them doing that. But give them the list and get the things on each of their list. And a budget. Right.
It's a good math lesson all in one.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go. Your next one is perspective. Where do you draw the line?
So this is about support group, and as a counselor, I talk about this a lot. Find a support group, talk to friends about what is going on for you, and I love the fact that there is the movie out, Bad Moms, and there's the show Odd Mom Out, and these are all dealing with moms who are really trying to do it all and sometimes failing, and then they struggle with that failure. It's okay. We're going to fail. We're not always going to make it perfect all the time. Ask a friend. What do you think? Like I said, I was going to bake 18 pies and I'm totally freaking out. Call your friends and see what they say. I've got a friend who I go to all the time, Marie, who's like, she would be the person who's like, who makes 18 pies ever? In a year. Like, who does that? Why did you bake 2 pies? You're going to be good and be done with it. So it's good to get a little bit of perspective from your friends. Surround yourself with a group that's going to be able to share with you the each end of the spectrum.
I like that you suggest that too, because I think sometimes people are so caught up with keeping the facade that their life is so perfect.
Yes.
And they don't want to let people know that things aren't going okay.
Yes.
And I think it's important to be able to do that.
And to understand that what you see in other people is not always what's real and what's happening. So do your best.
And patience is the last one. This one is along with perspective, which I often lose. Patience is another thing I seem to lose.
Yes, patience. Have patience with yourself. If I hear one thing as a counselor over and over from my clients, it's that it's not happening fast enough. I don't know. This isn't, I can't see where I'm going, and I'm making the changes and it's just not happening. Be patient, because with your schedule, as you're prioritizing, as you're getting that perspective, what do I need to pay attention to? Sometimes you'll take something off that you think, oh, this doesn't leave me feeling energized. I'm still feeling depleted. Maybe I take that back on and I get rid of something else. So it's sort of a little bit of a juggling game for a while, but be patient with yourself. You'll get there. But yeah, it is hard, but it is about taking the time that you need. As long as you're happy and you're doing the best you can for you, you're going to be able to bring that to everything that you're involved with.
And if you've got things figured out, help somebody else. I remember a mom, because my youngest was still napping when my oldest was in kindergarten, and she offered to bring her home 1 day a week from kindergarten, even though it was 1 day.
Yes.
It was 1 day I didn't have to get my youngest out of the crib to go pick up my oldest daughter at kindergarten. It was huge.
It's a time saver.
Yeah, it definitely is. Great tips. People can find out more about you when they visit your website. It's touchstonemilwaukee.com. You've got blogs there, and people can look up more about these wonderful
Thanks,
advice
Christine.
tips.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
This was great.
Absolutely. After